What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcus. Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate everybody coming and spending their time here. It's Valentine's Day. A lot of you guys are probably doing Valentine's related things and whatnot. But for those of you that do decide to join us tonight here, we're going to be talking about some reselling, maybe some eBay, maybe a little bit of something else. Uh, Hopefully everybody's doing okay. We got Didi in the building. I'm on Poshmark only with daily sales, but really learned a lot by watching your eBay sales processes and what sold. I'm considering going back to eBay, but want to make sure I do it right this time. Well, that is probably going to be the biggest determining factor because you can get on eBay and not do it right, and you won't see the results you're looking for, and it'll run you off again. So definitely hope that you can learn something from the channel that helps you on your eBay selling journey. But as you said, these principles can be applied to any platform that you sell on. Really, the bulk of it is just being consistent. I can't stress that enough. It doesn't matter what platform you choose, but if you're going to do it with half effort, you're going to get half the results that you want to get from it. Miss Lachey says, "Happy Valentine's Day to everyone." What's up? How you doing? Appreciate you coming and hanging out, Tiffany. Bryce says, "Happy Valentine's Day to everyone." Jim says, "Hello from Cincinnati, Marcus. Glad to catch my second live stream. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Thanks for coming and watching or, hanging out on the live stream. Glad you could be here. Mojo Mama, what's up? Casey, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. The KV Code, what's going on? Yo. Clifton, love your videos and your grind. Appreciate it. Glad to have your support. Let's see. Hit the like button. Yes, definitely do that. What's going on, Kristen? How you doing? What'd you say? Happy Hearts Day. Yeah, hope you you guys are having a great day. Jason, what's going on? How you doing? I'd flip that. Says, "Hey Marcus, are you going to the STL Benz tomorrow? It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make it to the location by the time they close. Coming from Memphis. Nope, I went Monday, but maybe one of these days we'll be able to meet up there. Memphis is only, I want to say, 6 hours from St. Louis because it's like 4 hours from Cape where I'm at, and so it's additional 2 hours away from where I am, so about 6 hours. So if you leave and you get there by 3, you'll have plenty of time to do your thing because they're open from 3 to 6 as well. Nana's Treasure says, "Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Getting my shelves built for me today. Super excited. Or no more searching for orders." That's a big dub. Major win right there because searching for inventory, especially if you guys are in like the bin system where you stack and unstack bins, without fail, every single item that you're searching for is going to be on the bottom section of all your bins. So having items in a shelf system or something that makes it easier to pull the items quicker is always a win. Less lifting, less moving. Literally it take like just 30 seconds to pull an order, and that's on the long end. Considering like maybe you have to stand on a step stool to get to the top of the shelf. But other than that, 10 seconds max. Let's see what's going on. Keegan, how you doing, bro? Brat sells. Any advice for a new eBay seller and starting a YouTube channel? Well, that's very vague and broad. I can give you, we can make the whole call about just those two topics. So, I mean, I guess I can give you an outline, or you can specify exactly what type of advice you're looking for. Nita, what's going on? Jason says, "So I had to file a claim with the USPS. Customer said that the jeans he ordered never arrived, but the package did. I filed a claim with USPS. They want you to show them the packaging. The customer said doesn't have it anymore. Should I keep trying or take the L on this?" Let me try to understand what you said there again, because it kind of doesn't make sense. So you said the customer said the jeans he ordered never arrived, but the packaging did. Okay. A little bit of punctuation there probably would have helped. I get it now. So, man, that's kind of tough. You're gonna have to refund the buyer. And was it priority or was it first class? You're probably gonna have to. What's gonna end up happening is you're probably gonna have to refund the buyer and then file a claim with USPS. And if it was priority, get your money back through the insurance that comes with the priority package. But that's tough, man, because you never know if the buyer's scamming or what. But I know, like, my pastor ordered something. He ordered a journal for him and his wife, and his came just fine, and his wife's package was open, and it was an empty bag. So, it's not to say that it's not a feasible thing, like, for it to happen, but it's tough because you have no valid proof. And, like, in this situation, you're just probably gonna have to take the hit and get your money back through insurance. Brad says, "Hey, did you have any luck figuring out what eBay relisted that item?" No, I didn't even bother to look into it. The buyer was okay with me canceling the order, and that's really all that matters to me. Uh, it only matters to me that if I have to go into canceling an order, if I don't have the option to select buyer as to cancel, because anything else is going to hurt you. Uh, Unless you choose like something or problem with the buyer's address. But I don't technically want to lie because I don't want to get any of the return or the cancellation options removed. eBay has the right to remove those buttons from you. So, like, if you abuse the buyer as to cancel and there's no communication between you or the buyer, they will remove that option from you. And then the only options you're going to be left with are can't find the item or broken or whatever the option is, out of stock. And that's going to hurt your metrics, and you don't want that. So I try to keep it as honest as possible. Tino says, I wonder if everyone's sales will go up once Tech and Sports starts to lower his listings. So Tech's not slowing down. He's literally sold 10,000 items in the last like 24 to 48 hours. Everything must go. So if anything, it's going to hurt us. So just because he's slowing down doesn't mean he's taking it easy on anybody, by no means. I literally just left the call with him to go live. He does a Zoom call every Tuesday from 6 o'clock to whenever people are done asking him questions. So literally it can go to 3 in the morning if that's how many questions get answered. And that was one of the things, was what happened to all your listings. And just he's been selling that much stuff. So if you guys want to buy something from Tech, now's the time to do it because he's pretty much accepting all offers. Don't make it a disrespectful offer though. Let's see. If it flips, it ships. Hit the like, you non-draft. SOB LOL. I guess if you don't draft, hit the like button. If you do, hit the like button too. I usually miss your Tuesday streams because Tech, but I wanted to catch one. Hey, I appreciate it. We can always watch those on the replay, but you can also always watch this on the replay as well. I appreciate your support. We had a pair of jeans in our inventory. They did the same thing a couple of months back. We caught it before it sold. Yeah, so there's a let me share the screen real quick, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so I have this on my toolbar. There's this eBay duplicate listing tool, and you can put your store in here. I don't know why it's taking so long to load. So you put your store name in here, and it should generate and tell you if you have any duplicate listings or whatever, so that way you can remove them. Usually there's going to be like listings that are similar, but then you'll catch one that is like actually verbatim just like. I don't know why it's taking so long. This is crazy. My internet's been moving real slow today. But anyway, I'll answer some more questions while that looks. Tiffany, let's see. I'm picking up a vehicle in Memphis. Okay, see, here we go. So all these are very similar, but the way I can tell that they're different, if the pictures look the same or if it's like the same exact item, like this picture, the background's more dark, the tank top isn't as tank topish on the first one. Uh, those are different colors. The photos are different on these. So, although they look very similar, you can tell by looking at them. Like this one, the tag is going different than this tag. Uh, this edge isn't as close to this edge as this one is. Um, and the spread in between the legs right here is different. So I'd actually have to figure out why these titles are the exact same. There's got to be something different in there, or else eBay wouldn't let you list them. Like this V between the legs is more pronounced than this one is. So there's ways to tell, but usually this tool is going to find the exact duplicate listings. But for the most part, eBay won't let you list an item uh, the exact same title structure. So I don't know why the one slipped through the cracks, but that tool is called eBay Duplicate Listing Scanner. If you guys want to use that tool for yourself, I guess I could put that in the description, or I can put it in the comments down here for you guys. You can just go check your store out and see if you got any duplicates in your store as well. So I flip that says I'm picking up a vehicle in Memphis and driving it home to Minnesota. So one time going to Memphis or one time going to St. Louis for now. Okay, I get it. Well, maybe on the rebound, you know. Tino says, okay, I already read that. My bad. No problem, man. I was kind of just joking at the punctuation jab. Sorry about that if I offended you. Priority, and I already refunded him. Okay, so now that you've refunded him, go to USPS and open up a claim and file an insurance claim to get your money back. What a flipper says, good evening, Marcus. It appears that we are poised to experience an increase in sales once tech steps down. Um, you guys are underestimating tech, man, for real. Um, just because he's slowing down doesn't mean his slowing down is listing 100 some items a day still. So it's not gonna be any easier on us. I'm a new eBay seller and trying to keep growing, so you suggest to start a YouTube channel. I do Facebook lives, so I'm not scared to be on camera. I've never suggested that you start a YouTube channel to help you grow on eBay. I'm not sure where that came across in my content. I suggest everyone have a YouTube channel in general. It doesn't matter if it's about reselling or what. Just as a business, YouTube is free to start up, just like eBay's free to start. Um, and if you do YouTube correctly, you can make decent money off of it. And I mean, like by uh, brand deals, sponsorships. AdSense is not the best way to make money off YouTube. Uh, it's just the quickest way, but you can also make money off of products, physical products, affiliate links. Once you get the store shelf to where you could sell merch, like all the YouTube is a as a whole thing is a business that I think everyone should take advantage of. Um, but with that being said, don't start don't start a YouTube channel to try to grow your eBay business. If anything, YouTube hurts your eBay business because then people go to your store and they look at your listings and your title structure and what you're picking up and what you're selling things for, and they don't buy anything. So it hurts your store metrics because it increases your bounce rate. So what that means is if someone goes and looks at a particular listing and then they don't buy it, that tells eBay that there's something wrong with that listing. Then they don't show it. They stop showing it to as many people because in their head, something's wrong with it. So they decrease the traffic on that listing. And if you got thousands of people going to your listings, doing that thousands of times a week or a day or whatever they do, that's hurting your store. So you don't want to You don't want to start a YouTube channel to try and grow your YouTube or your eBay business because it's not going to hurt. It's not going to help you. It's going to hurt you. I have 3,500 subscribers and I've made two sales from YouTubers in the last 2 months, 3 months. Um, it's not a viable option to try to grow your eBay business. Just list items the correct way at a good price, and you'll sell plenty of items. Um, Facebook Lives, if you're scared to be on camera, then you're uh, probably in the wrong thing to be trying to start a YouTube channel because you can do faceless YouTube, but it's not going to take off like someone that's not afraid to be in front of the camera. Um, Me personally, if I'm going to watch YouTube videos, I prefer to see the person that I'm watching. However, you can do a blend of both of those. Like James, my boring reseller life, he's only behind the camera, sometimes he's only in front of the camera, but he's still the face of his channel. Versus like a channel where you don't show yourself, I'm probably not going to watch that content every video that comes out. I'll probably watch an occasional one, but if I don't know what you look like or if I don't see your face, me personally, I'll very rarely watch that content. I had a sell and didn't even look. It's probably less than $10. Is it normal on eBay to go 3 or 4 days no sales? I'm a newbie, less than 6 months, about 225 listings. Posh does 200% better for me. Same with Macari. It is just trying to build up your store. So yes, with those numbers on eBay, it's absolutely regular for you to not have sales every day. Versus other platforms, I really don't know, but it's gonna be a matter of growing your store. Number one, number two, being willing to accept offers when they come through. If you have 225 listings and you're not even receiving offers every day, then something's wrong with your listings. But you should have the opportunity to make one sale a day with 225 listings. If you're picking good quality items and you're not overpricing them, someone should be sending you an offer on at least one of those items every single day. So I don't know. If you have that many items and you're not making a sale for 4 days, you should probably lower your prices, accept an offer, or don't be emotionally attached to your items because they're selling on other platforms. So you should be able to have the option to sell them on eBay. Tex sleeps about 4 hours a night. It's just how he is. Goes to sleep and then he wakes up at like 4 and he's back listing at 5 in the morning. What's up, Travis? How you doing, bro? What were your listing increments and how much time did you spend at each level? So I started out doing eBay like randomly, like everyone else. Like I didn't have like a set goal. I started out listing like 1 to 5 a day for about the first 4 to 5 months. And then I randomly got thrown in some riffraff with if you guys know who Philly Flipper is and Flip the World and then Dana Invest, I got thrown into a listing 10 a day in May challenge of May of 2020. May of 2021, maybe? May of 2021. I got thrown into this 10 a day in May challenge. And I financially wasn't ready to start listing 10 a day. I wasn't making enough money on eBay to be buying 10 items a day and then listing them. But I got challenged to do it, so I did it. And it was very, very difficult for me to go from just 1 to 3 or, 5 max a day to going to 10 a day. I didn't have the cash flow. I was spending money that I didn't have on inventory. I don't recommend anybody do a challenge that they're not prepared to do. Don't let somebody make you do more on eBay than what you can financially afford. But with that being said, I just didn't know any better. After that, I went up to 15 a day in June because of the same challenge. And then I think we went up to 20 in the following month of July. After that, I bowed out. I couldn't afford to do it. It was just not, it was killing me. I was in debt and the sales hadn't caught up. So I went back to 10 a day for the rest of the year. When 2022 hit, I joined the Reseller Nirvana group. I started doing one extra listing each month. So from January, I did 10, and then I went up to 11 in February, on up to, I think I jumped up to 15 about like March. After doing 15 for a couple of months, I jumped up to 20 for just like another 2 months. And then Dana Invest was doing not Dana Invest, I don't know why I said him. Um Bo Johnson was doing 45 a day with like 3 or 4 kids or something like that. And he was doing it all before 11 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, well, if that dude's got 4 kids and a wife and he's doing 45 a day, there's no reason why me, a man with no kids, like, and no other responsibilities, shouldn't be able to do 30 a day. So I jumped up to doing 40 listings, drafting 10 of those, and launching 30. I did that for about a month and a half, 2 months. And then Chris Daily Refinement said something about the perfect eBay store. Some was like 33 listings a day. So I jumped up from 30 to 33. And I did that for the rest of the year. So this year I jumped from 30. Actually, I think I went up to 35 for the rest of the year. Then I went up to 40 starting January 1st. So I've been doing 40 a day for a little over a month and a half, or right at a month and a half now. Um, the goal is to get to 50 a day by the end of the year. So I don't exactly know when I'll move up to the next increment, but when I do move up, it'll go from 40 to 45, which will be technically 65 listings a day because I do 60 a day now and draft 20 of those and launch 40. So that was my increments. The longest increment I stayed at was like 2 months, I think 3 months maybe. And I'm probably getting real close to bumping it up again to the 45. I'll probably wait till next month to start doing 45. I'm just trying to get my processes down a lot faster. What's up, Dana? How you doing? Excuse me. Chris says, is Goodwill still a good way to source clothes when they want $5.99 for shirts and now 20 for jackets? I don't go to the Goodwill. I only go to the Goodwill bins because the Goodwill, the thrift store, is ridiculous. The prices are ridiculously high on stuff that's not worth it. So I wait till it goes to the outlet and then I buy from there. So that's just my business model. But I mean, I'm sure there's stuff at the thrift that you can find that slips through the cracks that is worth picking up. But in general, everything there is not worth at the profit margins that I sell things for. So I don't go there. What's up, Jessica? How you doing? Crypto Puzzle says hello from New Jersey. You are the best, bro. I appreciate the very awesome compliment, but I am not the best. I'm a guy that's just trying to be the best. I'm not trying to be the best overall. I'm trying to be the best me, though, that I can be. How did you get to that tool? It's just on the, I put the link in here. You just click on it and it'll take you there. What's up, Hillary? How you doing, buddy? No problem if you're late. Better late than never. Craig, what's up? How you doing? Miss Q, how you doing? Brian, how you doing? YouTube can suck the time out of your eBay business. 100%. That's why my last what sold video that video had like 30 something items sold in that video. And someone put a comment on the video saying it would improve the quality of your video if you put sold comps on the screen. I don't have time to go back and edit sold comps into a video when there's over 30 items in that video. I literally don't have the time to do that. Like, if you guys see my video, it's like bare minimum editing. Throw some music in the background, and it's like, pretty simple because you try listing 60 items a day and then making a very intricate video with lots of bells and whistles. Like, see how much time you have for things left over after that. Then you tell me if you want to continue doing that route. I think having a digital product that you can update yearly is fire. Yeah, definitely. If I could figure out how to do that, I would, but I'm not that tech savvy. J Ride Flip says if I list something for $10 and then I do a 10% discount after 30 days, it goes to $9. Then if I do a 20% off that, the same item 30 days later, it will be 20% of $10 or $9. Yeah, that's true. But you don't want to do Well, so first of all, $10 automatically on sale for 10% after 30 days. That's still, depending on what you pay for it, that's still enough room for meat on the bones, to have some profit. But hopefully you would have sold that item before it gets to the point to where it's not profitable on sale. You know what I mean? The markdown sale is just to move older items that turn out to either A, slip through the cracks for one reason or another, or just turn out to be bad buys. In general, you're going to want to pick items that sell in less than 90 days or as fast as possible, honestly. Which isn't, it's not the way it goes. You can buy three of the same items and two sell in 2 months and then the other one sells in a year. There's no rhyme or reason to anything. It's just where your item falls at on the search. So in general, you just want to buy items that are going to sell quicker and accept more offers before it gets to the point to where you're pricing yourself out of profit. I see you in two places, big homie. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not scared. I've been doing Facebook Lives for like 6 years. I like watching James. There you go. Well, if you're, I don't know what you meant by not wanting to be on camera, but uh, maybe I just have that confused. But 6 years is a long time to be doing Facebook Lives. Yeah, get with that YouTube channel, and you can at least do YouTube Lives. And I don't know if you're like doing auctions on there or whatever, but there's tons of people making money on YouTube auctions. Jason says, have you ever purchased a bell to get inventory? No, there's multiple reasons why I haven't purchased a bell. The main one is just being because I can't pick what's inside of it and I'll pay more than what I pay now. I can go to the bins and buy pounds and pounds of clothing and I cherry pick every one of those items and I know what's in them and I only pay like $1.30 per item when it's all said and done. Versus me buying a bell of some randomness that's going to have flaws, stains, holes, rips, tears, and it's going to be like super smashed and compacted. And I'm going to have to, bust that open, get everything washed, which I wash everything anyway. And you just never know with the randomness of what's inside of it. Versus me being able to go to the bins and hand pick everything, it just makes more sense for me to continue doing that and try to scale that in some way or another than to pay more than what I'm used to paying for items with less control and more variability, if that makes sense. Sell items that people want to buy at a reasonable price is what it takes. That's exactly what it takes. I find James' videos very entertaining because they make for great background content that doesn't demand your full attention. They are perfect for playing in the background while you list. That's exactly why I watch James' videos, because I don't have to watch the screen all the time. I've been suffering the consequences of my own inaction. Haven't listed in 4 or 5 days because I've been so busy with other things and got no sales today. Got to feed the beast. That is true. Mukbang Mermaid says, just want to say, keep up the great content. The grind don't stop. That is true. Thank you for your support. Man, 33 a day. I got to step up my game. I'm slacking. You have a job though. Like, don't you? You got like a real job, like a regular job. So don't get discouraged. Like, eBay is my job. It's the only thing I do for money besides YouTube, and YouTube doesn't even pay you every month, so I don't even count it. I aim to list a minimum of double my daily sold per day each week to avoid running out of capital. So that's a very good place to be at. So right now I list 40 items a day, right? I'm selling around 30 items a day. So that's over half of what I list. So therefore, I make enough money to pay my bills. I make enough money to buy inventory. I make enough money to sit stuff aside for taxes. I'm not really at the point of being able to save money to invest in other things yet, because I only make enough money to cover what I'm doing. With that being said, this should go to show anyone. Now everybody's eBay businesses are different, so I can't speak on anyone else. But this just gives you a ballpark range of what people are doing or what people are making, because I'm very transparent with my numbers. I show you guys my spreadsheets. I show you guys my sales charts. And if I'm doing 30 items a day. Granted, most of my items are like $12 plus shipping or sometimes even less. Um, and I'm not making a whole boatload of cash, then that just goes to show you what your favorite reseller out there is doing as well. When they show all these gross numbers and all this and that, and a lot of it's just fluff. There's very few resellers that actually show you what they're taking home uh, at the end of the day. So don't get discouraged when you see someone's got like a $20,000 month. At the end of the day, they're not taking 20K home. I just did 15K in the first month, and I think net I only made $3,000. So out of 15K, $3,000 is what I took home the first month. That's not a lot of money. $3,000 in a month is not a lot of money, guys, at all. So don't be discouraged. Let's see here. Hillary, I've been listing consistently and my sales went dead for 3 days. Before that, I was having a really great month, steadily increasing since November. It'll pick back up, guys. I just started 20 a day from 10 a day. That's a decent jump. I mean, depending on what you pay for your items, it could be pricey and you could run out of capital before your sales catch up to it, but just stick with it. It will pay off. Been doing 10 consistently since I joined Chris's group in December. Just bumped up to 15 this week. That's what's up. That's so strange that you're not making sales. Yeah, that is strange. What the heck just happened to the? That's weird. Everybody's comments just disappeared. Okay, dropping in to say hello. Have a great day. What's up, Jeff? Appreciate you. Yeah, it's because other resellers do that, but at the end of the day, I'm still going to watch the content even if the prices aren't on the screen. Yeah, and like I've put content or videos out with the comps on the screen of a 15 or a 20, item video. But when you're doing 30 items or 35 items, I have to literally go in my phone, take screenshots of each item, and then go back in the video and then paste them in. And that just makes my editing process a lot longer. So I understand it makes it a lot more enjoyable for the viewer. But until I'm paying someone to edit my videos for me, I don't have I don't have all that time in the world to do this. If I did, I would make more videos a day. If I did, I would do more lives. You know what I mean? Like I'm tapped out at doing YouTube 4 days a week. You know what I mean? I do 2 videos. I do one live by myself, and then we have the podcast. And that's 4 days of YouTube. I don't have time to do more YouTube, or else I would do more YouTube. So I hope that makes sense. Brian says, keep doing you. You're consistently growing at a great pace. Great work, man. I'm trying, bro. 4 sales yesterday, but crickets today. Have you gotten any offers today, Miss Lachey? I'd accept one just to get the ball rolling. Can you discuss title structure in the video today? I'm in the process of going through the bottom of our store. Just started today, 2,300 items. Yeah, you got a long way to go. I want to get it all right. So yeah, title structure. I talked about it a little bit last week, but and maybe it was the week before as well. It comes up quite often. Title structure is the biggest component of your eBay career. If no one's searching for your items the way that you're listing them, someone like me that's titling their stuff the right way is always going to come up above you. And that's with or without promoted listings. So say for instance, I'm trying to find a pair of Levi's jeans. It doesn't matter what model they are in general. I'm just looking for a pair of Levi's, right? Now people do have their favorite cut or their favorite, style of Levi's. So you do want to put it somewhere in the title, but in general, instead of making the title say Levi's 501 jeans, or like men's 501 jeans, whatever the size is, something something color, something something slim fit or whatever, like jumbled in a manner that a buyer's not going to look at it is, you're going to want to put it as Levi's jeans, men's size, and then the color, and then you want to put 501 uh button fly jeans or whatever the case may be. Or let's say American Eagle jeans, men's 30/30, whatever. So I don't wear a 30/30. I'm just throwing that number out there. Blue, and then you'll put whatever the cut is, like if it's a boot cut or if it's a slim fit or if it's a slim straight, and then the extreme flex if it just happens to be extreme flex after that. Or let's say you got a Madewell cashmere sweater, woman's medium. You don't want to title it like Madewell cashmere sweater, woman's medium. You want to say Madewell sweater, women's medium, cashmere, blah, 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 because you want to catch as many shoppers as possible. Yeah, there's going to be the person out there that's looking for a Madewell casual cashmere sweater, and they're going to search it that way. But guess what? Your Madewell sweater is still going to pop up because you still have Madewell sweater with the word cashmere as a keyword. So you're going to catch a bigger, broad, more uh, wider scope of people searching for your items if you make it a bit more vague in the front end, because the guy that's out there searching for Levi's jeans and doesn't care what kind come up, he's going to see all your listings. The person that only wants Levi's 560s is still going to see your Levi's jeans when they pop up because 560 is still in there. But I hope this is making sense. You're going to catch a wider net of fish if you make your title structure more open ended with the actual proper information in there, but towards the end more. Uh, as far as keywords go, you want to still deliver the right size and brand to the customer, but you want to open it up to more people to be able to find it. YouTube takes way too long. Yes, it does. Didn't Chris say that the average YouTuber lists like 6 a day? Yeah, sometimes less, like 5 to 10 a day. I think is the maximum for YouTube resellers. I do have a full-time job, but hoping to retire soon. Need to start scaling up eBay so I can leave these crazy 16-hour work days behind me. Dude, can you think of how much money you would make uh if you did 16 hours on eBay? 15 to 3K. How is that possible? Well, let's see. Let's just pull up my numbers. Share screen. Overview. Okay, so we go to my sales, right? Sales chart. So right off the flip, right? $14,000 of sales is cut in half immediately for selling costs, right? So my net is $6,000, right? $6,000 is what my net for eBay says. And then let me share let me share something else. How do I do this? Let me share my workbook with you guys of my actual accounting, and then we'll get even further in the numbers. So instantly it's cut right in half. What the heck's going on here? Okay. Let me figure out how to share this. Then I'll share my workbook. Share screen. Okay, so let me maximize this. So if you see here, it says 14,000 is the gross because eBay doesn't take out all the returns and things like that. Then I got $9,000 of expenses and $1,200 of gas mileage. So you come over to the expenses, right? I got $2,000 that I spent on inventory, $50 for contract labor, $280 on my storage units, $188 on food, $296 on shipping supplies, $169. That's the reseller Nirvana mentorship fees, YouTube fees, Canva fees, um, Epidemic Sound subscription for my YouTube videos. $81 is actually my reseller Nirvana mentorship, and a couple of other things that I use for learning, educational purposes. $163 for uh, utilities, $23 for more office supplies, $758 for more office supplies, and then this $6,000 right here is the you or not the YouTube but the eBay fees. So what's left over is $2,930, and that's just for January. So that's how you end up with $3,000. So if you guys pay attention to my videos, a lot of those sales that I make are lower dollar sales. So like I said, um, just the way it ends up. Reason I ask on my stores, I have no bins anywhere near me. My local Goodwill charges $5.49 for shirts, $7.49 for hoodies, so I can afford to take that $5 or $6 offer. That's tough, man. I mean, at the end of the day, if that's the only options you have, you're going to have to do volume. You're going to have to sell as many items as you possibly can to make up for, you know, the lower profit range of those sales. But it's not impossible. Like I use this reference all the time. The Kinko's guy made $1 billion selling $1 copies. So I mean, you can do it. You just gotta sell as many items as you possibly can. What's up, Paul? How you doing? I have higher margins on other platforms. I seem to do better on eBay when I do retail online arbitrage when my income allows me to do that. You got to do what's working for you. If you can do good with online or retail arbitrage, then go for it. That's not my business model, but as long as it works for you, man, that's really all that matters. You don't worry about what anyone else says or what anyone else tells you to do. What's up, Roy? How you doing, bro? Pro? What sales conversion rate should I shoot for? Uh, I mean, there's going to be a difference in categories, honestly. It depends on what category you sell in. So, like, my conversion rate is at like 1.9, and that's okay for me. Um, are you talking about conversion rate or, yeah, conversion rate? So, like, if that works for you, if you're selling in clothing, then that's not that bad. Tech and sports is at, I think he's at like 1.9 or 2% as well. It might be a lot higher now since it just sold 10,000 items in the last day or two. Listening and driving home. Drive safe, bro. Any advice for shipping? I had flat rate of $5.99 for all items, but just shipped out a pair of pants that cost $14. Would switching to calculated shipping be better? So you're charging $5.99 for all items, which you shouldn't do that. What you should do is you should have, like me personally, I charge now I upped my shipping rate from $5.95 for first class items to $6.50 for first class items. There are thousands of items that I have listed that are still under the $5.95 flat fee rate. And then when I'm going to ship them, since the shipping just went up, that I'm like right at 622 on a lot of these items. Um, so I'm barely losing money on it, but in theory, I'm still losing money, right? Because I charge them a flat rate of 5.95, and then I'm losing 30, 30, 40 cents on it. There are items that are selling in bulk of the 650 new pricing structure that are still at 620. There's some that are even I'm charging 650 for, but they're selling at a $4 price range. So therefore that's eating up the buy cost, or that's eating up the loss that I'm taking on the 595 prices. But on the pants, I'm charging 895 for a flat rate in a priority mail flat rate envelope. Those cost me 760. I'm charging 895 to the buyer. So I make what 40 cents off that because there's still fees that go into the priority flat rate envelope that we have to pay. I think right off the flip, eBay's charging you $1 for shipping as well. So even at 760, I'm still paying 860 for my flat rate envelope. So the buyer's paying 895. That's still 30 cents that I'm making off of this though. So it all adds up. So what I would do is I would figure out where you are in the United States and where the bulk of your items go to. So like if you sell a lot of items to California, you don't want to you want to use that as the median of what you should charge. What is it costing you to send most of your items to California? And you at least want to price your items to where no matter where they go in the United States, they're covered at a California rate. You know what I mean? If that makes sense to you. I live in the middle of the United States. So from here to California, it's costing me about 640, 620 to ship something to California. Since I get a lot of California sales, I want to make sure all my sales going to California are covered. Now, what that means for someone that lives in Missouri with me is they're going to pay a little bit more on shipping than what they need to. But at the end of the day, I'm not losing money very often on shipping. And at the end of the month, I make a couple $100 off shipping. Now, it used to be a lot more that I would make off shipping, but the rates have gone up. And I'm just trying to keep the pricing structure pretty fair to everybody. I do flat rate shipping, but approximate size, weight, and price plus $2 to help cover the cost that has worked for me for 15 plus years. There you go. Is that Cheryl's spreadsheet? Yep, that is Cheryl's spreadsheet. There's a link in the description for anyone that wants to use it. It's not free for the rest of your life, but every year you get another spreadsheet. You pay a one-time fee, but it's a very, very great spreadsheet. And she's got a YouTube channel that explains how to use it. Selling costs equals eBay fees, shipping costs, promoted fees, taxes collected by eBay, then you keep subtracting. Yep. It's always a good idea to weigh your items when listing them. Yep, I've been doing that lately. For flat price shipping, weighing tells you if you can ship the item first class priority, if you can charge accordingly. That's what I've been doing lately because I was guesstimating for a while. Like, oh, I think that hoodie is a flat rate, or I think that hoodie's priority, and then I charge a priority rate, and then I go to weigh it, and it's really at 15 ounces, and I've overcharged the buyer on shipping. Now I got to pay fees for a priority shipping when it was really first class shipping. So I've been weighing all my stuff. I put my photo, the last photo in all my listings is the item on a scale with the custom SKU on it. So I have the custom SKU where to find it at, and I know exactly what it weighs, so I know how to charge accordingly. Hey, Marks, I'm out, man. Enjoyed the live. Yep, you're probably gone by now, but thanks, bro. Let's see. I just started eBay, and do they hold every payment for 2 weeks? Does that happen to everyone? Some people get payment instantly. That's just because you just started. Once you prove that you're not going to run off with the bag on somebody, they'll stop doing that. I get paid every single day. I cherry pick clothes at retail Goodwill and other thrifts, paying by weight. $4 to $6. Just got to make sure you pick items that sell for $25 to $30, or you got to do the volume game. Exactly. There's plenty of profitable items that Goodwill does not know about and that slide through the cracks. I'm in Miami. Yeah, so you're gonna have to find a rate that works, because you from Miami to California is probably astronomical if you're doing calculated, man. So find a flat rate that works for you, to where if all your packages would go to California, to where you'd be covered, but not really overcharging ridiculous amounts. So like, you don't want to charge somebody for instance, this is just for instance, you don't want to charge somebody $9 on a first class item that you can feasibly ship for $7, right? Because that's going to be running everybody off when they see your pricing. Versus someone like me, even though I'm halfway to California compared to where you are, if I charge $6.50, that's going to look way better than a $9 shipping charge, right? So if you know it's only going to cost you $7 to ship from where you are to California, I would make $7 your flat rate shipping price. And then the people that are closer to you, like, that's going to be a little bit more tough on them, but at least you're not going to be losing a boatload of money on shipping. No problem. Feel free to ask any other questions you have. Marcus is a wealth of knowledge. That's what these lives are for, to ask or answer any questions that you guys ask. And if I know the answer to it, I'll answer it. If I don't know the answer to it, we'll look it up together and figure it out. But yeah, that's what the whole point of this live is, to answer any questions. And Hillary put the link to the spreadsheet in there. That's if you guys want to use it. I do get a small percentage, but it's not why I promote it. I promote it because I use it and it works. And before I started keeping detailed information on like my sales and charts and things like that, I was doing it in a little notebook by hand, right? And I was doing each account or each transaction line by line by hand. And then so just think, if you sell 30 items in one day, that's 30 items, that's 30 transactions you have to do by hand, which means you got to go into your eBay, you got to look up each sales transaction, you got to write down what you paid for shipping, what you paid on promoted fees, what the taxes were, what the cost of goods were, and you got to figure out that by each item that you bought individually. So that means you got to keep two sets of records. One for your cost of goods. Okay, I bought 10 items. I paid $2 for this one, $5.50 for that one, $7 for this one, $3 for that one. You got to do all this work, right? Then when the item sells, you have to turn around and do another set of transactions to get your actual net cost. And at the end of the day, that was just too much for me. And if I didn't do it for a couple days, you're talking about dreading a task. It became unbearable. So the way with this spreadsheet that I use now, I literally keep a running cost of goods. And after the week, I just do my accounting one day a week. I track all my miles, I track all my expenses, I track all my meals and everything. And it takes less than 30 minutes a week to do my accounting for the whole week. So, it just depends on, you can make your own spreadsheet. You can do it all by hand if you want to. Take it easy, Brian. But for me, it's just much simpler to have a formula already in a spreadsheet that does the work for me. I have a bins 30 minutes out. Every Monday, a thrift store sells a color for 59 cents. That's a killer. That is 15 minutes away, so that's my trip every week. How many are you doing at that on with this thrift route? That seems pretty basic and pretty good, pretty standard. The less variability, in my opinion, is the more ideal way for me to do it. I go to the bins once a week because I don't have to source all week long if I do that, right? Unless I just don't get all the items that I need for some reason or another at the bins that day, uh, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Case in point, yesterday when I went to the bins, I didn't get 60 items. So that's one whole day worth of listing that I didn't get items for. But the reason being is because I didn't pick up any Old Navy, right? There, Old Navy sells for me. I sold like 3 or 4 pieces of Old Navy so far today. But at the same time, I don't want to always be picking up Old Navy just to meet the mark because that stuff doesn't sell all that great. Now, granted, I sold one shirt for $13 today, and I sold one shirt for $5.50 today. Uh, the price range is all over the place for Old Navy as a brand in general, but I don't want to flood my store with $3 sales, if that makes sense, because that's like not even profitable for real. That's like 10 cents profit. It's ridiculous. So there's days that I'll pick it up, and there's days that I stay away from it altogether. And yesterday was one of those days where I just didn't pick any of it up. And 60 items of Old Navy is that's kind of a lot, honestly. So how do you track miles? I have an app on my phone. It's called Mileage Tracker, I think. It's very, very basic, huh? Yeah, Mile IQ. And it tracks all the drives. So come on. It's not gonna show, it's all whited out. But anyway, it tracks each drive from where you go. And I just do that. Do you account for lost product like flaws you miss? No. I I account for what I buy, and then if so, say I buy 300 pieces, right? And then when I get to go photoing and taking pictures and stuff, and I notice flaws on 5 of those items, I still leave it in the spreadsheet at 300 items, even though I got rid of 5 of them because at the end of the day, it doesn't really even make much difference. It's 5 items. I just I take it as a loss. Now I could go back in my spreadsheet and alter it from 30 to 295, but it's not going to change the price of my items that much because I'm buying by the pound. So I'm buying hundreds of items in a buy. If it was to where I was buying like 300 items for $5 a piece, yeah, I would go back in and account for that. But when it's 300 items at dollars on the pound, it really doesn't make much of a difference to me. do you deduct meals with business people? I don't meet with anyone for business meals, but if I did, yes, I would. Hey, there's Cheryl. Speaking of Cheryl, this is the one that created the spreadsheet I was just talking about. She does have a YouTube channel. Uh Cheryl, drop your YouTube channel in the comment section. You guys can go subscribe to her channel. We need to get her up to like 500. Uh Fino, okay, that's you. I didn't know that was you, Fino. Okay, now I got a name with who the viewer is. And Cheryl, I still need your help with the alteration of the 50% food deduction. I'm still at 100. Please help me, help me. Uh, let's see. I'm wondering if you claim those losses. Like, so Cheryl will tell you if you do. I do my accounting, so I account for the items when I buy them. Um, I could do a deduction for when I go to donate those items again, but I think there's some type of rule on claiming twice. So I account for the items when I buy them, and then when I go donate them again, I'm just not taking I'm not taking another deduction for that. But like I said, I could go back into my spreadsheet and then just edit the amount of items that I bought that day. But it's really not that big of a difference. What's it going to save me 3 cents? I don't even waste my time for it, honestly. I'm not recommending everybody else do that, but I'm not doing it. I'm getting that spreadsheet tonight. There's a link in my description if you want to use it. It'll cost you the same. I just get a little love out of it. Haha. Let's see. Marcus, you need to meet someone every Monday at the QT bins to discuss business. I write it off anyway, whether I meet anybody or not. I meet the mail off, or I write the mail off regardless. Yeah, no problem, Cheryl. I talk about your spreadsheet all the time, and I was showing it earlier. Let's see. I got it. Yeah. Food deduction is what I'm asking. Yeah, I deduct the food. I deduct all the food, regardless of whether I meet with somebody or not, because I travel. And according to Cheryl here, since I travel, it's a business trip. So all the finances that I spend on that trip are deductible, from the gas to the supplies I buy to the food that I eat while I'm on that trip. It's a that's what the trip is for. It's all a business expense. So everything is deductible. She says if you have dinner with your special someone and talk business, it's a write off. Yeah, I understand that. If I was to take a date with me and then we did something dinner wise, I would still write that off as a business expense, even though technically, wink wink, it's not a business expense. It would be happening while I was on that business trip, so therefore it would be deductible. But I would write it in the books as a business meeting. They don't gotta know. Yep. So yeah, that's just the beauty part of that whole business, the whole trip being a business trip in general, because it is hours away. You're going to get hungry when you're outsourcing on a whole out of town business, sourcing trip. So it just happens to be deductible. Bryce says I have combined shipping set up, but buyer buy multiple items different times of the day. A lot of the times, do you still combine the shipping when they do that? If they don't ask, yeah, I still combine the shipping even if they don't ask. Now, I don't always refund them any money. Uh, she said, "Hey, no wink, wink." Okay, no wink, wink. Uh, I don't always refund their money unless they ask me to, though. But I do combine the shipping. Uh, Whether they bought the items separately or if they ask me for combined shipping, then I'll give them a little bit of money back. But if they don't ask me, I don't. I keep my receipts from sourcing, so if I pay 15 for a whole haul, when one of those items sells for over 15, everything else is profit. Exactly. If you talk anything about business with your millmate, it's a legitimate it's a legitimate expense. Makes sense. And that definitely has happened in the past where we went we went sourcing, talked about sourcing while we ate, so therefore it was a business trip. Hey bro, do you do your own taxes? This lady right here is my accountant. Simplified accounting with Cheryl. I do not do my own taxes. Marcus, if you don't mind me asking, are you an LLC or S corp yet? No, I need to get there, but right now I'm just sole proprietorship. S Corp's on the agenda, or not S Corp, but LLC's on the agenda for this year because I did 138K gross. So that definitely it's time to get some type of licensing. Although I don't have to, it's it's about time. Marcus, did you get mom something for Valentine's Day? My granny expects gifts every occasion. No, I didn't get her anything. I'll probably just give her some money. She expects stuff quite often as well. Did everyone hit the thumbs up? Well, did you? Hillary did. I'm working on his taxes right now, or I was. I need information, so I dropped in to see if he was still alive. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off, so if you want to email me after this, we can go ahead and get it set up. Or you want to hit me on Facebook or whatever your method of getting a hold of me is, go ahead. Yeah, but if anybody has any more questions, go ahead and drop them in here and we'll get them knocked out the box real quick. But if not, we'll end this and catch you guys on the replay. If anyone has any questions that I didn't get to in this actual live stream, put them in the comment section. I do answer all my comments. Even if it's something negative, I'll respond. Leave it in the comment section. If not, and you don't catch it or want to leave it in the comment section, there is a link to the Good Pickings Discord. It's in the description as well. You can join the Discord. It's free. It doesn't cost any money. And you can message us in there as well. It's me and Nabiar from Good Game Grabs. But if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing and leave a thumbs up on the video. But I guess since nobody's got any more questions, let's see. Any questions? Yeah, any questions for her? She'll answer them in the comments as well. But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for this one. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I appreciate everyone's time. Have a good one. It's gonna do it for this one. Catch you guys on